I'd like to welcome everyone to our celebration of the annual accomplishments of our student athletes. It seems that every year our student athletes are doing more, winning more, graduating more, getting better grades, and I really don't know how they manage to get it all into their day. They certainly overachieve constantly. I'm Lori Runsmeyer, the Director of Athletics here at Eastern, and I'm so happy you're all here tonight. We're going with a new format that the Student Athlete Advisory Council has worked tremendously hard on this year, and to put together a first-rate night, and I'm sure you're all going to enjoy it. So, getting out of the way and putting this in the hands of our students and our student athletes, I'd like to introduce a Master of Ceremonies for tonight, someone that you've seen at our contest, or watched on the live stream, or seen in the Sports Center, our ETV sports personality, Jack Petrucci. Jack.
Thank you, Lori. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Eastern Sports Player Awards. My name is Jack Petrucci, and I'm joined today by Dom Conti. We will be your Master of Ceremony throughout the night. I want to first start off by saying congratulations to all the student athletes on another terrific season. We're going to start out the evening by honoring Coach Maureen Fahey for her tireless dedication to the Eastern Swim Program over the past 23 years. We welcome Hall of Fame alumni swimmer Amy Gomez to the podium. Not only did she swim for Coach Fahey, but she was an assistant coach for 10 years. Without further ado, please welcome Amy.
Athletes and the dedicated families in attendance tonight. We would like to begin this evening's awards in honor and celebration of a tremendously talented coach who for the last 23 years has been dedicated to the development of not only her program, but of the innumerable women who have been honored to call themselves her student athletes. 23 years ago, Maureen Fahey undertook the task of founding and developing the Eastern Swimming Program. In the years since, she has created a New England region-leading program notable not only for our athletic performance, but for our sportsmanship as well. All of this from the small state school that so many of us have called home. Being a swimmer for Maureen was and is an experience and evolution. I personally entered Eastern a very unsure and very homesick 18-year-old. In Maureen's program, I found a second family, a new set of sisters who understood the triumphs and challenges that arrived with each new day. At the root of each new day, there was Coach. As a new recruit, learning the ways of adult life, Maureen is a rock-steady presence, and if I can admit, a little bit of an intimidating one at first. The one constant that I have learned from Maureen, as so many others have, is that life is to be lived with no excuses. Preparation, hard work, dedication to your promises, that is what is expected every day. For a new-to-college freshman, this can be a very hard bar to live up to. No one to talk to the coach when you aren't feeling well. No one to tell the coach your study group can only meet during practice. No one to explain anything except for you. And so as your time with Maureen continues, this is what you learn, that your voice, your dedication, and your hard work will be the ultimate pillars of your success. I have personally been with Maureen for what would have been 20 years this year, from my recruitment on a cold February day in 1999 to now. And those expectations of preparedness, hard work, and dedication are the ones I find myself living by now, and I know I am not alone. This room is filled with the family, friends, current swimmers, and alumni of Maureen. Those that have been a part of the Eastern Swimming Program have grown from young, unsure freshmen into young women, graduates, partners, mothers, and professionals, all operating under the traits we learned and developed as a direct result of swimming for Maureen. As each swimmer progresses past that uncertain freshman season, we begin to understand that those high expectations and the reactions and feelings that go along with them. As we evolve, we begin to hold ourselves to those same high standards and begin to hold each other to them as well. No matter how cool we try to play it off, each missed practice, each goal time that goes unreached, ultimately calls back to the expectations that were initially set for us, and ultimately by us. Each swimmer, former and current, present in this room, living in Connecticut or around these United States, can look back at our time at Eastern as formative in many ways. It was here that we chose to call our home away from home. It was here that we chose the academics that would one day propel us into our careers. It was here that some of us found our partners for life. And it was here that we chose Maureen Fahey to lead us, making us not only into the best swimmers we could be, but the best versions of ourselves. So tonight we take far too few minutes to honor a woman who has impacted so many others. Through countless adventurous van rides, more than a few bad movies watched far too many times on the bus rides, endless hours spent on pool decks around New England, and more miles swum than miles walked, we have followed you, Coach. Your perseverance, your dedication, your guidance, what you have instilled in us has become the life that we pass on to those around us, and for that we can never repay you. For all of you in this room who may not be aware, who may never have set foot on the pool deck, or maybe don't even know where the pool is, Eastern has had a very, very special person leading one of the most consistently successful athletic programs on this campus, in most cases for longer than most of you have been alive. For all of you in this room that have had your lives forever changed, tonight we honor Maureen Fahey, head coach of the ECSU Women's Swimming Program. Her absence from the university and regional swimming community will be notable, her presence irreplaceable.
High school. Didn't come here to be a swimmer, but when I heard there was a swim team, I thought I'd love to get back in the pool, do that training again, and so sign me up. And there was just a handful of girls that started, and I don't know if she recruited some or on campus, kind of getting the word out, and came here, met Coach Fahey and Coach Brett at that time, and it was exciting. Like, I kind of wanted to get back in the pool, wanted to put the swim cap back on, early mornings, doing the laps, and she was great. She was such an inspiration to me when I met her, and she made me fall in love with it again, that I really wanted to do it.
I started looking at college as my first month of senior year of high school, and I was just deciding what division I wanted to go to, what school. So Coach A, he emailed me, I think it was in October, and she wanted me to come meet the team. And from the moment I had that first recruiting meeting with her, I was like, this is the place for me.
I remember it was my senior year, and I was looking at schools, hadn't really decided if I even wanted to swim in college, and had heard from a few universities. I heard from Sacred Heart and Plymouth State, and came up on a particularly very cold Saturday morning to watch a meet. And that's probably the first time that I actually sat down and had a face-to-face with her, and just watching the meet and seeing how the team interacted, I knew that it was a place that I wanted to be.
The first contact I had from Coach was a basic recruiting email, just giving us updates on the team, what was going on. So I sent her an email back, and we set up a time to meet. I came onto campus, she showed me the pool, and we just sat in her office and talked. She gave me probably as much information as she could about the program, and she was very transparent, so I knew what I was getting into. But she also tried to get to know me on a personal level rather than just my swimming abilities.
Coach Fahey and I go way back to playing golf together and as the aquatics director. So, for 23 years, she has been here doing a fabulous job with the swim team. She's totally dedicated to her student athletes, loyal to the university and the program. I would say that Maureen does a lot of things that go unnoticed, but her student athletes definitely respect her, and they appreciate everything that she does as a part-time coach.
I've always referred to her as, and my wife, as the voice of she who must be obeyed. Right away, if Coach Fahey said, do this, I did it. And a few times I've asked for more instructions or figured she was wrong. She always turned out right.
So I graduated in 2003, and I did come back that fall, and I was the assistant coach through that year, and then through the following year. When I left, I left to move to the West Coast, so I departed Connecticut entirely. And when I came back, it was a piece of my life that I needed back. It was a piece of my life that I wanted to be a part of again. I remember I came back, and it was during New England's, and it was at Western New England College at the time, and which was an easy commute from my parents' house. So I went up and I visited, and I said, you know, I need to be back here next year. I need to be helping again. And so I rejoined the program after that, and was here until just this past year.
She has time for everybody. She makes appointments with them and talks to everybody and asks them questions. And if somebody's hurting, she'll go out of her way to contact the family and talk to the mother and father and stuff like that. I would say she's the best person I've ever worked with. I work with a lot of people. She's the best one. I've learned more from her than anyone.
As far as the program goes, she's irreplaceable. You can't look at the tenure that she's had here and what she's accomplished with a small state school program and not see the impact. You go to a meet like New England's. So next year when Eastern's at New England's with 23 other Division III women's teams, you know, she made a mark for Eastern, and she made a mark for all of us.
I think the 29 having been swimming competitively for so long, I think at points we kind of got burnt out, and the love and like enthusiasm for swimming, we kind of lost it a little bit, and she really brought that back to us. I think she made us excited to race again and race together, and brought that joy of just being a swimmer back into our lives, and that's something that we all really needed. It wouldn't have changed my decision at all. I think Eastern was the perfect place for me, and I think no matter what ability you are coming into this program with Coach Fahey, she's going to get you to do what your goals are. And there's no, I don't even have words. I'm just so thankful for everything she's done for me, and I'm honored to have swum for her for 4 years.
Coach, I love you. Thank you for everything you've done for me. I can't even begin to thank you. But this program will not be the same without you, and we will all miss you.
I just want to say, Mo, congratulations on 23 years. You've had so much to do with the success of your student athletes, and I think you should be proud. Enjoy this celebration.
I just want to say thank you, Coach. You have taught me and so many women through your program a lot of life lessons, not just in the pool, but outside the pool as well. I wish you luck in your future endeavors. I hope we continue to keep in touch. And thank you for starting this program and making it the wonderful program it is today.
So for the entirety of the program, Maureen Fahey has not just been the face of women's swimming at Eastern, but more importantly, she's been the heart and soul of this program. Maureen has fought tirelessly to make our swimmers' experiences memorable. She has done what every coach strives to do, change lives and leave a legacy. I don't believe a person could ask for more in a career, and we could certainly not have asked for more from Maureen. So I'd like to ask this year's seniors, Jess Beofield, Molly Lasto, and Autumn Sutton to come forward as they have some things to say. That's what they told me. You guys don't have anything. How about this then? Because I have a plaque that we would like to give Maureen. So at the very least, you guys can come up and get your picture taken. Let's do that.
every senior that's sitting here on all the other sports teams, it is about you tonight, so thank you and congratulations for the 4 years of hard work and dedication that your athletes and the other sports that are out here today. Nice job. Congratulations, you guys. It's awesome. And I know you guys are recognize it. If someone were to tell me at the beginning of the year I'd be up here saying goodbye, I would be like shocked and just wasn't ready to leave. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And I really, really just want to say thank you to the university, to all the student athletes that I've had such an honor of coaching. And I only hope that you've learned as much as I've learned from you guys. There's always tears shed, there's happiness, but the friendships that I keep with you guys now means the world to me. And thank you so much for that. Thank you to my family, to my wonderful husband that has put up with the highs and lows, and to my friends when I say I can't go out on the weekends and go on trips, and and a lot of them are here, my very closest of friends. I thank you so much for that, and thank you to the parents of my swimmers. You guys have always been there to support me, and I couldn't have coached your kids without your support and what you guys did as parents for these students. So I told myself I wasn't going to cry, so I am not going to cry. But so just thank you. It's been an honor. And to Eastern, to the coaching staff, to all the coaches out there, I know how hard you work. You guys are really important to me. You're great friends. Good luck to the spring sports that are still in season. And just last but not least, the two most important people I really have to thank is Coach Amy and Bill Hassel, because without that, I wouldn't have been able to be a part-time head coach and a full-time job and be able to juggle it all without the two of you by my side for all these years. And you guys kept me in check, I kept you in check, and somehow it all worked out. So, so thank you guys very much.
All right, let's try this again. We'll now give recognition to the scholar athletes here tonight. We ask that you please stand when you hear your name called and remain standing until the end of the list. We also ask that you please hold your applause until the end. A free physical therapy major from Bethany, Alyssa Field. Sport and management major from Woodbridge, Devin Valencia. Sociology major from Litchfield, New Hampshire, Haley Cardello. Social work major from Wallingford, Ali Caruso, Fieldhouse. Business major from Clinton, Anthony Sharonson. Psychology major from Millis, Massachusetts, Aaron Collins. Health science pre-nursing major from Northhurst, Holly Dulac. Social work major from Griswold, Callie Duthry. Health sciences major from West Hartford, Abby Fitzsimmons, Women's Soccer. Health science major from Old Saybrook, Christina Godfrey. Social work major from Lisbon, Jennifer Grable. From Cornwall, Sam Hurlbert. Biology major from Windsor, Tristan Kajak. Education major from Fair Lawn, New Jersey, Brittany Criley. Sport and leisure management major from Stafford Springs, Zach Coleman. Health and physical education major from North Branford, Sabrina Lanier. Biology major from Southern Ellington, John Mead. Health Science and Pre-Nursing major from Physical Education major from Mansfield, Matthew Kinney. Health Service major from Ellington, Alyssa Powers. Communications major from Somers, Madison Renault. Communications major from Berlin, Evan Russell. Health Science major from East River, Leah Sobieski, women's volleyball. Elementary Education and Mathematics major from New London, Callan Veltheimer. Criminology and Sociology major from Cromwell, Maya Villard. Health Science major from Colchester, Jade Wright. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2018-2019 Scholar Athlete.
So we've seen an excellent athletic season across all this year's sports, but a few moments stood out. And these moments did not stand out in the best way. Get into the not top 5 in 2018-2019.
Over to Nickel. Oh, Anthony Howard slipping, knocks it down. What a play by Nickel. What? Oh! Right to Lister. Then with Lister. Slipping right to the end. What a play by Nickel.
Before we get into number 1, we just need to get a little backstory here. So this was in a cross-country meet with about 200 meters left to go in the race. That's all you need to know. First of all, is Mike Braley here today? You were given a new term to water break, for sure. That is definitely for sure. So now we have that out of the way. Next up, we have the Outstanding Scholar Athlete Award. These awards are given to the student athletes who have achieved junior level standing as a participant, have 60 or more credits, and have earned a cumulative GPA of 3.5 or higher, with a minimum of 36 credit hours at Eastern. Again, we ask that each athlete stand, and when their name is called, remain standing to the conclusion. Starting us off, a digital and art design major from Chelmsford, Massachusetts, Jackie Arndt. A biology major from Hebron, Carly Balskis, volleyball. A business major from Torrington, Jessica Bealfield, early childhood education major from Old Saybrook, Haley Roder. An early childhood education major from Mystic, Allie Clark. An English major from Cheshire, Lizzie Fratello. A health science major from Northford, Maggie Dulac. Cross country and track and field. A business major from Andover, Sam Gaddis. A health sciences and pre-nursing major from Coventry, Anna Goodale. Women's soccer. A math and secondary education major from Northford, Stephanie Hogan. Field hockey. A sport and leisure management major from Weathersfield, Justin Jensen. A social work major from Lebanon, Samara Johnson. And track and field. A physical education major from Letchard, Savannah Johnson. A mathematics major from Bristol, Haley Knox. Physical education major from West Hampton, Massachusetts, Kayla Lebret, women's soccer. A sport and leisure management from Andover, Mackenzie Managia, volleyball. An elementary education major from Woodstock, Jackie Orlowski, volleyball. A biology major from Yarmouth, Massachusetts, Max Perrin, men's soccer. Psychology major from Columbia, Tess Parker, field hockey. A biology major from Groton, Michelina Pinto, women's lacrosse. An English and secondary education major from Colchester, Tara Brocherena, women's basketball. A biology major from Riverhead, New York, Jessica Purick, women's lacrosse. A graphic design major from Middletown, Linnea Rich, women's soccer. A mathematics major from Southington, Raquel Romano, women's track and field. A health science major from Thomaston, Morgan Stanton. A sports management major from Peabody, Massachusetts, Kayla Santos, softball. An elementary education and history major from Avon, Tara Shaler, women's soccer. An elementary education major from Rockfall, Karen Sabisky, volleyball. A mathematics and secondary education major from Trumbull, Amy Smith, field hockey. A sport and leisure management major from Portland, Jason Stahl, baseball. A communication major from Wellington, Jackson Toomey, men's soccer. Last but certainly not least, a biology major from Walpole, Massachusetts, Lauren Valenti. Big congratulations to the 2018-2019 Outstanding Scholar Athlete Award.
Our next award this evening is the Faculty Athlete Representative Award. The FAR Award is presented every year to the team that best meets the following criteria: Team GPA, Improvement in Team GPA, Fall Semester GPA, and Community Service. Also considered are the number of students per team and students recognized for athletic excellence. We would like to welcome to the podium English professor Dr. Meredith James in her first year as a Faculty Athlete Representative. We have Gloria Steffen. And the winner of this year's Faculty Athlete Representative Award is women's basketball. We'd like to ask the seniors to come up to accept the award.
again, congratulations to women's basketball.
Our next award is the Morale Service Award. This award was established to recognize a student athlete or staff member who exemplifies the work ethic of the four Morale brothers who all worked for the athletic department while attending Eastern. This may be a member of the student employment staff or a student volunteer. We would like to welcome Smitty to the podium to present the Morale Award.
Thank you. Good afternoon. As I'm sure many of you are aware, there are a lot of things that go on behind the scenes in regard to planning and preparing for the day-to-day needs of our athletic programs. Without the help of our student workers, it would be very difficult for the staff and coaches to accomplish everything they need to get done on a daily basis. This year's recipient has worked for the Department of Athletics for almost 3 years as the assistant to the equipment room manager, supervisor of the recreation staff, and this year as the individual responsible for coordinating all facility setups for home athletic events. To try and list everything this individual has done for the department would certainly take some time, and I am pretty sure I would leave a few things out if I tried. Even when he is not on the schedule to work, a lot of his free time is spent in the sports center, making himself available with a willingness to do whatever needs to be done to assist the coaches and staff. And I'm sure all of you have crossed paths with him at some point. In his spare time, he is a 4-year member of the baseball program as a pitcher and an outstanding student who will graduate next month, having earned a degree in health science with a concentration in pre-nursing. His dedication and willingness to go above and beyond what is expected as a student worker has made him an invaluable part of what we do, and he will be very hard to replace. It is my pleasure to present the 2019 Morale Service Award to Cole O'Gorzel.
Thank you, and congratulations again to Cole. Since we got the non-top 5 out of the way so early, it's now time to honor some of the most memorable plays and moments of the 2018-2019 season. Without further ado, the top 10 moments for the 2018-2019 season.
Left footer there, and punches down, and it goes in. So off the foot of DeCarlo, but off the original shot by Patrick Agerman. Does room to work now, sending a shot towards the net. And that one finds the back of the net. What a shot by Justin Jensen. Too far out. Here it is again. We saw that pedaling back for Hoffman, and who's there to pick it up? Patrick Agerman. 2 goals on the net here. Every time a player goes down for Western Connecticut, that one's played on. This play heads 2-on-1 with the keeper. Cross right back in the left side there. And it's good. Justin Jensen, the second goal of the game. Outstanding play. And now Hamilton and 1 point for her.
Connecticut State is your 2019 World Race Conference champion as they win a thriller.
Gymnasium, K-State needs to score 3 in order to force extra points here. That was a dig. And Agila,
Just a few of the many incredible plays we've seen all year long across every sport. Our next award is the SAC Faculty Shining Star Award. This is awarded to a faculty, staff, or member of the Eastern community. This individual can be a role model, supporter, or advocate for the student athletes. The recipient often exemplifies qualities of commitment and dedication to athletes. We would like to call up Sam Gagnon to speak and present this year's award.
Coach Ham is in his first year as Eastern's head baseball coach, and he has already made tremendous strides to improve our team's culture. He has held us accountable in the classroom as well as on the field. He also extends his support to matters beyond our lives as student athletes. by helping us in our personal lives, whether it be helping us land internships or simply allowing us downtime to see our families. His impact goes beyond the baseball team, with his generosity positively affecting the entire athletic department and our community. The athletes in SAC commented on how he single-handedly sorted the track and field gear so the athletes could go to their practice, and how you can consistently see him supporting all Eastern athletic events. Whenever given a chance to help out another athlete or another coach, he doesn't hesitate to do so. His impact on the entire athletic department does not go unnoticed. We can't wait to see what else he will do in the future. Congratulations, Coach Ham, on the SAC Faculty Shining Star Award.
Once again, congratulations to Coach Ham. Next up is the SAC Student Athlete Shining Star Award. This goes to a respected student athlete in the athletic and Eastern community. This individual is a role model who exemplifies the qualities of commitment, passion, dedication, and hard work to either the athletic department or the community of a specific team. We would like to call up Jason Staub, a member of the baseball team, to speak and present this award.
As a scholar athlete, it is clear that he has high standards in the classroom as well as the field. He shows his commitment for the baseball team at every practice and game. He is consistently helping drag the field and clean up. Off the field, he has the impact not only on the baseball team, but the entire athletic community. As a unified student athletic advisory committee, we believe Cole deserves the Shining Star Athlete Award because of the work he does in the cage and as Smitty's right-hand man. Even as a student, he is the go-to guy for questions about equipment, field setup, and how to fix the LED lights on the basketball hoops. He works for more hours than he's paid for, and the student athletes appreciate and recognize everything he does to keep our games, practices, and the athletics department running smoothly. Thank you for making our lives a little bit easier. You'll definitely be missed next year. Congratulations, Cole Exolic, on the recipient of the SAC Student Athlete Shining Star Award.
Congratulations, Cole. The final Shining Star Award is the SAC E2B Sports Shining Star Award. This is the first year that SAC has decided to institute this award. This will go to a respected member of the E2B Sports cast. This individual exemplifies qualities of commitment, passion, dedication, and hard work to the athletic community. We would like to call up Jesse Barco to the podium to present and speak on behalf of this award.
Speaking from a SAC perspective, this is the first year we created this award. And we think that it's important to recognize the students who dedicate hours of hard work on production and post-production. This year we decided to go with Alex Gabriel. He dedicated hours and hours of work looking at an ETV sports perspective. It really took off his junior year when he took over as the director of ETV Sports. I was only an intern at the time, and the one quote that stuck with me whenever he said to do something was "steal like an artist." And that became the basis for our entire broadcast. We modeled everything off of ESPN and how they do things. Alex's emphasis on that type of stuff came from messages late at night saying we're going to try something new tomorrow, or just saying on the day of that we got to set up the cameras differently. Alex, unfortunately, tonight could not be here, so he is unable to hear me speak about him this way, but we have nothing but great praise for him and all he's done, and really bringing attention to the athletic community. I'm sure all of you have followed or at least seen Inside Eastern Athletics videos. That was the epitome of Alex's comedy and sort of his career here at Eastern. Everything from athletes versus non-athletes to this week tonight, he highlighted personalities of athletes, and soon after, everyone wanted to be on it. We'd like to thank Alex for his hard work and dedication, and congratulate him on being the first ETV Sports Shining Star.
Next, we would like to present the senior plaques to all of the seniors here this evening. Senior plaques are awarded to recognize all of the seniors who participated in a sport this year. When your name is called, please come to the front to accept your plaque. We also ask that you kindly hold your applause until the end. First up, from Manchester, cross-country and track and field athlete Ryan Adams. From Killingworth, track and field athlete Nick Afrigola. From Hebron, volleyball athlete Carly Valskas. From Brookfield, lacrosse athlete Jesse Bartram. From Guilford, soccer athlete Nikki Basilicato. From Bethany, soccer athlete Alyssa Beadle. From Torrington, swimming athlete Jessica Beelfield. From Wallingford, field hockey athlete Allie Caruso. From the Bronx, New York, basketball athlete Dante Christian. From Mystic, soccer athlete Allie Clark. From Northford, baseball athlete William Coleman. From Waterford, basketball athlete Donnie Craig. From South Windsor, track and field and soccer athlete Brendan Cohename. From Griswold, softball athlete Callie Duthry. From Coventry, soccer athlete Hannah Goodale. From Old Saybrook, cross country and track and field athlete Christina Gosselin.
From Northford, field hockey athlete Stephanie Hogan. From Arlington, Massachusetts, baseball athlete Ryan Hood. From Oxford, baseball athlete Dale Keller. From Bristol, cross-country track and field athlete Haley Knox. From West Hampton, Massachusetts, soccer athlete Kayla Lebret. From Orange, swimming athlete Molly Lasso. From Miston, softball athlete Jackie Lewis. From West Hartford, baseball athlete Jordan Mutchin. From Cromwell, soccer athlete Ryan Murphy.
Make it stop a little right here. From West Hartford, track and field athlete Chidabe Indabe. From Portland, baseball athlete Cole Orgozalek. From Woodstock, volleyball athlete Jackie Orlowski. From Columbia, field hockey athlete Tess Parker. From Meriden, baseball athlete Alex Parkos. From Mansfield, track and field athlete Matt Pinney. From Groton, lacrosse athlete Michelina Pinto. From Riverhead, New York, lacrosse athlete Jessica Purick. From Wallingford, baseball athlete Nick Riscotti. From Southington, track and field athlete Raquel Romano. From Stratford, lacrosse athlete Trevor Ross. From Stanford, basketball athlete Kelsey Santagata. From Peabody, Massachusetts, softball athlete Caleb Santos. From Avon, soccer athlete Tara Shaler. From North Branford, field hockey and lacrosse athlete Aaron Sheehan. From Rockfall, volleyball athlete Karen Zabisky. From Deep River, volleyball athlete Leah Sopneski. From Old Saybrook, track and field athlete Zone Zorignamet. From Columbia, track and field athlete Brianna Starkey. From Portland, baseball athlete Jason Staub. From Lebanon, swimming athlete Autumn Sun. And from Walpole, Massachusetts, soccer athlete Laura Valenti. Congratulations and thank you to all the seniors for your hard work and dedication for your time here. At this time, we would like to present the Holly E. Zimmerman Memorial Award. The Holly E. Zimmerman Memorial Award has been presented annually each year in the beginning of 1994, 1 year following the death of Holly Zimmerman. Holly was an Andover, Connecticut native who attended Eastern between 1989 and 1993, who played basketball and served as a student athletic trainer. Female athletes or student athletic trainers majoring in physical education or sports and leisure management who have reached junior academic status with an overall GPA of 2.7 are eligible for this award. Candidates should exemplify Holly's personal characteristics of loyalty, thoughtfulness, academic determination, her love of competition, and her zest for life. Holly was honest and humble and had a great work ethic. At this time, we ask the following three individuals to come to the podium. Jill Collins, the late Holly Zimmerman's sister, Jill's daughter, Jackie Miller, and Eastern athletic trainer, Julie Alexander, who worked under Dr. David Yo with Holly when both were undergraduates at Eastern.
Good evening. It's my honor to present these awards, but first I'd like to say just a few words about Holly. I had the honor of being able to spend a few years working alongside her, and if any of you have that person on your team or that person that you work with who just lights up the room when they walk in, think about that person, and that was Holly. I asked a few of her former teammates and people that knew her to give me a few words that describe her, and these are the words that they gave me. Selfless, giving, great teammate, hard worker, kind, caring, warm, and friendly. So that was Holly. That's a picture of her. The winners of this year's Zimmerman Award were selected by the awards committee. That committee was made up of myself, athletic equipment manager Scott Smith, former head athletic trainer Dr. David Yo, senior student athlete Allie Clark representing the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, and sports information director Bob Malta. A number of very qualified individuals were candidates for this year's award. The committee was unanimous in their agreement that the following two recipients stood apart and have been named as the 44th and 45th recipients, of this prestigious award. The first recipient is a 3-year member of the volleyball program, a 2018 team captain, and an outstanding scholar athlete award winner as a sport and leisure management major. Among her many extracurricular and volunteer activities, Mackenzie is serving on the executive board of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee and is the Little East Conference's SAC representative at the national level. Her coach, Megan Drosch, notes that, quote, Mackenzie's on-court leadership has inspired her teammates' confidence in themselves, and that Mackenzie realizes that since she demands accountability from her peers, she realizes that she must also be above reproach, end quote. This year's co-recipient of the Holly E. Zimmerman Memorial Award, like Holly, an Andover native, is Mackenzie Mangia. Our second recipient of the Holly Zimmerman Memorial Award is a member of the cross-country program who is a Dean's List student majoring in sport and leisure management with a minor in communication. Nina's coach, Kathy Meneza, is effusive in her praise of Nina as, quote, a good, conscientious human being, end quote, who has served as a team leader with a positive attitude despite dealing with a number of injuries in her career. According to Coach Meneza, quote, even if Nina can't run, she cheers her teammates and helps the coaches. She never misses a practice or an opportunity to be with the team, end quote. Her professor, Dr. Charlie Chatterton, describes Nina as, quote, personable, conscientious, and positive, who is eager to learn and willing to contribute to the class in any way possible, end quote. This year's co-recipient of the Holly E. Zimmerman Memorial Award from Bristol is Nina Pasqua.
cards I'll play.
At this time, we would like to present two of the most prestigious awards that an Eastern student athlete can receive. The Bonnie J. Edmondson Female Sportsperson of the Year Award and the Francis E. Geisler Male Sportsperson of the Year Award. We will begin with the Bonnie Edmondson Award. With us this evening to help present the awards are Bonnie Edmondson, a 1987 graduate, and Barbara Staples, the daughter of late Francis E. Geisler. The Bonnie Edmondson Award is named after Bonnie Edmondson, a 4-year member of the track and field program who was an Olympic qualifier as an alternate in the hammer throw. The award is open to any senior female student athlete who has exhausted their athletic eligibility in the sport which they are nominated, and is awarded based on the athletic excellence, dedication, community service, loyalty, enthusiasm, integrity, spirit, and devotion to the team. We would like to call up head track and field coach Kathy Manizza to announce the winner, and Bonnie Edmondson to present the award.
First, I'd like to just congratulate all the nominees, as there were some terrific student athletes nominated for this, and they didn't tell me at the time of nominations that I had to make a speech, or I might not have nominated Haley Knox, who truly deserves this award. Haley's a 3-sport athlete. She runs cross country, indoor and outdoor track and field. She's been all Little East Conference in all 3 sports and all New England in both indoor and outdoor. She holds 3 school records, 1,000 meters indoors, the 4x800 meter relay, and the 3,000 meter steeplechase outdoors. In addition to all of this, Haley's in the honors program. She has a cumulative GPA of 3.96. She's a tutor in the math lab. She's president of the math club. And as part of her honors program, Haley has done research, which I can't even pretend to understand, but it's entitled, I can't even read it, The Inverse Eigenvalue Problem for Graphs on 6 Vertices. Her thesis, The Spread of Information on Twitter Based on Sentiment. She's presented both of her research projects at conferences in San Diego, California, Ames, Iowa, Nebraska, and throughout New England. Last summer, Haley completed an internship at Cigna and has already accepted a full-time position upon graduation. I just want to talk a little bit about the steeplechase, which is one of the hardest events in track and field. It's 3,000 meters, 7.5 laps, with 4 barriers and a water pit in each lap. The barriers aren't hurdles that you could knock over if you kick them. It takes 4 of us to move them on and off the track. It's hard and it's scary. Last year, I asked if anyone was interested in giving it a try, and Haley said she would. And I'll be really honest, the first 2 times that she ran, it wasn't very pretty. In one meet, she completely submerged herself in the water pit. However, she added a second practice every day. She came and worked on her hurdle technique. By the end of the year, she broke the school record and she placed 7th in New England. And I think that this just illustrates that even when something's really difficult for Haley, she goes the extra mile and gets it done. She's extremely coachable. She's a great teammate and leader, and just a wonderful person to be around.
but certainly not least, we have the Francis Geisler Male Sports Person of the Year Award. This award is named after Francis Geisler, former athletic director and men's basketball and baseball coach here at Eastern. The award is open to any senior male athlete who has exhausted their athletic eligibility in the sport for which they are nominated. And this award is based on athletic excellence, dedication, community service, loyalty, enthusiasm, integrity, spirit, and devotion to the team. We would like to call up men's soccer head coach Greg DeVito to announce the winner, along with Barbara Staple, Francis Geisler's daughter,
First, I'd like to congratulate all the male athletes that were nominated for this award. And I'd like to announce that we have made a decision as a department that all of the student athletes, as a bonding exercise, are going to run the steeplechase tomorrow morning at 5:30. It sounds really fun. Ryan Murphy has clearly made the most of his 4 years here as a Warrior. Ryan worked extremely hard to earn his upcoming degree, majoring in business administration, also has a minor, and he's currently serving with Mike and Taylor as an intern and doing an excellent job in the athletics department. Over the course of his time at Eastern, Ryan has been a loyal leader in our program and a member of our leadership group that we have on our team for 4 years, since freshman year. He's always demonstrated why he's deserving of this prestigious award with his high character. 4 years ago, and many people probably don't know this about Ryan, but 4 years ago when he came to Eastern as a freshman, he did so knowing that he was behind, at that time, a sophomore goalkeeper who was all New England, and in our sport, only one goalkeeper plays. So it was a situation where he would really have to work hard and kind of rise above. That young man decided to transfer, and as a freshman, Ryan was ready to go, and he really answered the call. He had other options for schools, for sure, but he chose Eastern. He came in knowing, like I said, that the opportunity was going to be there, but that he was going to have to work really hard, and he truly earned it. He earned the starting job from day one as a first-year player, and as a freshman, he led his team to an LEC regular season championship and 14 wins that year. Ryan, and I've known Ryan since a youth player, he's never missed a training session as a youth or college player, on his club team, coaching him as a kid. We only had one goalkeeper, and Ryan never missed anything. And it was always a situation where you're worried, well, if Ryan doesn't show up today, you didn't have to worry about that. And today, Ryan continues to show that character. Even though he's exhausted his eligibility, and we have spring practices, Ryan is there at every practice. Sometimes he's in goal, sometimes he's working with the underclassmen goalkeepers. Today he was a center back, sometimes he's a forward. He's basically there for whatever we need him to do, and whoever needs help. And a lot of kids wouldn't do that. A lot of young men would not do that. He's remained checked in. Congratulations, Ryan, on this well-deserved recognition.
Congratulations to every single athlete here today that has received an award, and congrats on another incredible season. So without further ado, let's take a look back at the 2018-2019 season. like to extend our thanks to those who made this whole thing possible. First, we must thank all of the student athletes who are members of SAC, as well as the SAC co-advisors Michael Davis and Taylor McBride. We would also like to thank the athletic department for all of their help, and more specifically, we would like to thank the cage master Smitty, assistant athletic director Cynthia Washburn, director of athletics Lori Brunksmeyer, and of course, sports information director Bob Moulton. Finally, we must thank Vice President of the University, Dr. Walter Diaz, and President of the University, Elsa Nunez. Once again, we would like to thank all of you for joining us this evening to celebrate the 2018-2019 season. I'm also supposed to tell you that there is cake across the hall, so go enjoy it. Thanks for that.